One of the major attraction in public service, despite its poor remuneration package, is the benefit of receiving pension after retirement. But over the years, we have seen that even that has become problematic, and more pensioners are on the streets protesting and demanding, their benefits after years of service, 35 years of service, and so on. And some of them are quite in a very needy stage in their lives, suffering from ill health and the rest of them. And so we want to talk about that this morning. We have joining us via Zoom from Birnin Kebi, the chairman, Pressure Group, Nigerian Union of Pensioners, Babangida Garba Gwandu, to talk about this and give us his own account, what's happening from his end. Thank you so much for joining us on Daybreak this morning.
Thank you. As you heard it from the state, suffering from all this issue here in Kebbi State, the issue is very terrible. I call it very terrible.
Before you continue, we understand that the government has released some funds and pensions have been paid in Kebbi State. So what's the problem?
The problem, what is it? It's just, it's not all that important. Somebody who spent up to 6 years with anything until then had to pay him. After all, the money he spent it, maybe gave it out. The money is no more useful to him presently. For example, somebody who retired in 2017, 2018, 2019, most of them accepted their money. And now if you give them the money, it's not all that something important to them, because already the money, they borrow money, the money is no more important to them. And as you know, the purpose of gratuity paying up into a civil servant is for him to change almost 4 years. Then what is the use of the money now? And when we talk of our pensioners, you imagine in Kebbi State a pensioner collecting 2,000, 30,000 naira per month. Now the government is encouraging our people to participate in this registered voters program. How can somebody collecting 2,000, 1,000 simple to travel from his village to the main town for this registration? All the, and most of our people,
Mr. Gwandu, I know not too long ago, the pensioners in the state told the federal government to increase the pensions, because they had said at that time that some persons were receiving as low as 2,000 as their pension monthly. Yes. And the government promised to look into it at that time. As a matter of fact, I think this happened in March. What's the update on that?
It's given here. Nothing. Nobody is enjoying such facilities in Kebbi State here. Nobody. You see a person, an old person, as old as somebody 80 years, 75 years old, collecting 2,000, 1,000 naira per month. 1,000, I tell you, 1,000 naira per month. The issue is pathetic. Our people.
Yes, that was I said. That was what I was asking Mr. Gwandu. I said that not long ago, the pensioners urged the government to increase it, and the government promised at that time that it was going to do something about it. Are you saying that nothing has happened between then and now?
I'm telling you, in Kebbi State, nothing is being done. Nothing whatsoever. Nobody is collecting nobody is collecting anything according to the package given by the federal government. No, it's the old scale they are using, and like I've told you, we have many of them right now. Even the last payment of pension of this month, the same amount of money they are collecting. There wasn't any change in Kebbi State.
But recently, the governor released 2.9 billion to offset the benefits. Is that not, is that not changing the situation at least?
No, like I've told you, the issue didn't change anything. They use it as, to our understanding, they use it as a political strategy. Now, you know, they will soon start campaigning, so they want to use it as a political strategy to upset so that our people, the pensioners, or those who are retiring, they will to listen to them, or maybe to vote for them in their this is how we see it.
Okay, Mr. Gwandu, whether it's for a political strategy or not, are people being paid? And are they being paid their full gratuities?
No, some were paid and some were not paid.
Because I saw a statement where the government said some persons will pay 100%.
You're talking of gratuity. The most disturbing issue here is on the pension. As old as somebody as old as 80 years collecting 2,000 naira, 1,000 naira in a month. What is this? Is terrible. This is pathetic.
So your major concern.
And you know, most of them are sick in their terminal, in their bed. Their terminal, you know, what 2,000 naira, 1,000 naira can do.
Okay, so your major focus now is about reviewing the pension package, right? The pension benefits. Is that the case?
Since the creation of Kebbi State, since the creation of Kebbi State, I don't think there was any increment, unless the increment they did during when they were increasing salary for staff. Yes, that's the only thing. When they increase, those who retired at that time, then they collect more money. The package will increase. That's how it is. That is why I said most of them are collecting less amount of money they are supposed to collect.
All right. At the moment, is there any engagement between the pensioners union and the government on the increment of the pension?
Okay, yes. There wasn't much engagement because, you know, as a retired civil servant, the only thing is for you to wait patiently to collect your pension at the month's end. That is nothing you can do. You cannot, you know, like pensioners in other states are coming out, sometimes peaceful demonstration to happen. A 75-year-old, a 65-year-old person, how can he move into the street talking or saying something or engaging the government to pay this, to pay this? The only thing we are using is dialogue to make sure that government
yes, so that's what So is there any dialogue going on at the moment? That's what I asked.
We have so many dialogues, so many dialogues. Even we used to engage some important personality here in Kebbi State whom we think when we talk to them, they will talk to the governor to do something. And up to now, nothing. It's done nothing whatsoever.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Babangida.
Right now, the pension is being paid to our pensioners is very meager. Just let me cite an example of 2013 retirees. They only collected half of their gratuity. The balance not paid. It's still outstanding. And the matter is right now in the what is going on now.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Daybreak and sharing with us your experience over there in Kebbi State.
Our pensioners are suffering terribly. We are terribly suffering here in Kebbi State.
All right.
Well,
we hope that the appropriate authorities are listening to this and an action will be taken as soon as possible. Thank you for joining us.